Alright guys, Happy New Year. It's a brand new year. A brand new year for Miniature Adventures. And a brand new year for all of you guys. So we're going to kick it off. We are going to kick it off mega. So I have been eyeing this since the very first edition. This is the Alien, the role-playing game. Now, you're going to be like, okay, yeah, it's a role-playing game. Pretty cool. We're going to be able to play, be the alien, things like that. Well, not be the alien, but we're going to be able to be in the alien universe. This is a masterpiece. I am going to have to say, Free League have absolutely kicked this out of the ball. It's just, now they've done the Lord of the Rings and they've done the Walking Dead, both which were great. Sorry if you can hear the air conditioner in the back, it's cold here, so gotta warm it up a little bit. But this is the Alien, the role-playing game, and it's called the Evolved edition. So this is the second edition. This is the second edition starter set, Hope's Last Day. Now, I'm going to be perfectly frank with you. I'm not too sure exactly what's in this. I opened up some of the bits so we didn't have rustling, but apart from that, I didn't really deep dive into what is in this. Now, I do also have the core rulebook, which we're going to kind of take a look at. One big difference I do know between this edition and the previous one is this actually has Alien Romulus stuff in it, which I'm a huge fan of. I love that movie. So you can play kind of like Alien Romulus, Alien 3, Aliens, Alien Resurrection. There's no Predator stuff in this, so no AVP. There's no Alien Earth. I believe that came out after this. So there's none of that. Maybe they'll do a supplement for Alien Earth. Not too sure, but you can definitely play on Alien Plus. Also, it has Prometheus and Covenant, which I'm especially excited for because I did like those. I know it's controversial. Some people like them, some people don't. I'm not going to get into the whole thing of did David create the Xenomorphs. I personally feel that they're a different strain or he just recreated them. That's my take. I know people in the comments can ask, so I'm going to put that out there. So you can pretty much play Prometheus up till Alien Resurrection. So let's take a look. And like I say, this is the starter set for it. It's pretty hefty. It retails, I think, about $40 US. You pretty much get everything you need to start in it. And look, you get a miniature as well, which we will get into miniatures with this version in a bit. So, straight out of the back, I love the artwork of this. The Hope's Last Day, kind of with the Xenomorph silhouette and the truck. So you're going to get two different types of dice. I believe it's normal dice and stress dice according to the rulebook. I've taken a look at the rulebook. Let's focus on this a second. So they are actually producing a line of miniatures. And they are 28mm scale. Now, there is something called the Raptor Protocol, which adds a load more alien miniatures, human miniatures that you'll be able to use in your games. And again, I'll get into that in a bit longer, but I really love this resin cast. He's going to be added straight to my collection. Now, I need to rebase some of my aliens because they are a bit bigger bases. This will be perfect for like aliens and other Glow in the core, if you want to add a bit of variety, or, the Alien, the role-playing game. So we'll take a look at the deck of cards in a minute. Looks like we've got something for a dial. So let's take a look. Alright, we'll move that stuff to the side for now. If I show off anything, I warn you, I have no idea if there's spoilers or not. So I apologise. So here we have the Evolved Edition core rules. This is a fraction of the rules that you're going to need. Pretty much contains the base rules though. So, player characteristics, things like that. Base dice, yep, so here we go. Base dice, stress dice. Then it looks like a universal supply dice, so dial. Here's when you come in. I love the artwork in this so far. So pretty much just how you're going to do the basic things, stealth mode. It's not going to go into full detail of the campaign. I believe it comes with it, which we'll see some actual starting characters. You won't be able to get access to all of the Xenomorphs variants that there are. This is pretty much just a, hey, self-contained I say self-contained, and I take that with a pinch of salt. Self-contained adventure that is then used to kind of introduce you to the Alien role-playing game, and then you use the components within this to kind of expand more. So the dice, I believe each of these are $20 each. So straight away you're saving, money. And then the miniature and the deck of cards. I've not seen those, but let's just take a look. Oh, look at that. Xenomorph attacking. That's great. I'm not going to flick through all of this. I don't think you want to see all of this. But so different weapons and equipment. Now this might be a bit of a spoiler. So we're just going to pop in quickly. This booklet is for Game Mother's Eyes only. So I'm not going to open this up because I personally also don't want to be spoiled, just in case. So here we've got Hadley's Hope. So it's definitely on Hadley's Hope. So we will read this quick synopsis. It tells the story of the final hours of Hadley's Hope, the terraforming colony on Moon LV-426, depicted in the film Aliens, through the eyes of 5 colonists. So basically, if you've read the final book, I believe it's Out of the Shadows or Sea of Sorrows, one of the two. It basically describes in great detail like the final few days of Hadley's Hope before the Marines arrive, from when Newt's family find the derelict, get the xenomorphs back, and then what happens after that. So we have a nice kind of cool map here of Hadley's Hope, which we'll be able to use, which you should be able to use with kind of like, be able to use the LV-427 terrain to kind of build maybe a bit of this. We've got a landing platform. We did actually do a video of a landing platform, so we should be able to use that. And then this kind of here, we'd need a massive table to build it, but that's pretty cool. So let's put that over there for a minute. So we're not going to spoil that, but pretty small adventure, but I would say small but mighty adventure. Then we've got some tokens. Looks like we've got some ping tokens, xenomorphs. It looks like ships. Yeah, they look like ships. So it looks like you can get, so ping tokens for zoo. Mine's a little warped. Hopefully that'll fluff out. And then we've got some rules references for everyone. I like that. I like the fact that we've got a reference sheet that people can, just kind of grab quickly. A lot of the starter games don't really do that. Everyone's got to share the book, whereas this kind of gives us, a quick guide. Then we've got further adventures. After having played the Hadley's Hope cinematic adventure, basically you're ready to explore the alien universe with the core rulebook and the core rating, and then that's a Raptor protocol. And that one thing I do want to say is, as far as I am aware, I could be wrong, but everything I've read says that any of the previous adventures that they created for the previous edition of this game are compatible with this version. So if you own any of the previous editions, then you can you can get them and use them with this. And if you don't, you can buy them and then still do it. Because I personally want to get, there's a couple, Building Better Worlds, the Marines Manual, and something else that really add kind of like extra bits and pieces. So, okay, so this looks like it's a getting started guide. Oh no, so basically it's just a quick thank you to all the Kickstarters. That's amazing. I like the fact they do that. That's a lot of people. I personally didn't back it. I really wanted to, but I just didn't have time. Alright, so here we've got the characters. I'm not going to go into detail because I honestly don't know. So we've got Janice McWeir. Looks like she's a leader. Morgan Hirsch, security officer. Hannah Singleton, tractor driver. Okay. Looks like some kind of like AI generated, but really kind of cool. Sonny Sig. What a name. Who come up with these names? That's pretty cool. Hoyleroyd. Okay, he's a mechanic. And then the meat and potatoes. So, let's take a look at this. We've got the Hadley's Hope, which is the same as what we saw in the book. Let's see now. It's one single-sided. Is it? Yep. Okay, one single-sided page. Nice thick card, which really means it will last longer. And we can basically put this to the side and reference if we're moving around, which I love. Now. I don't know if I have enough room to put this out, so give me a second. Alright, I've cleared some room, but I'm not sure if we're going to have enough room This is massive. I'm going to have to go to dodgy cam, so bear with me, guys. Excuse the mess over here. Wow. This is the map of the known universe, it looks like. And again, we're looking at really thick card. And if we flip it over, is it 2 sheets? No, it is just 1 sheet. So here we got Hadley's Hope, level 1 and level 2. We really could use the Hadley's Hope from LV427 with this. I think they kind of did this nicely, but we definitely could use the tiles. But I do like the fact that we've got this massive star map, and it really does go into detail. I'm not going to go into everything because there's a lot here, but let's see if we can crack out the yellow one. 2 seconds, guys. All right, so here we've got level 1 and level 2, kind of double-sided. It looks like they've broken down a couple of the rooms. And then we have the Narcissus shuttle from the Nostromo. So I'm not sure where this takes place, but it's great to kind of see the detail and the plans. And I do have a copy of Alien, the blueprints, and I'll have to compare and see if this compares to that set. And then we looks like we have another level 1 and level 2. It looks like it opens up, so let's see. Okay, and so this is basically smaller versions of it. I'm assuming this is for the Game Master because I can see the aliens there, and so they can kind of see. And then the bigger one is obviously for the players. Eggs, I'm not going to spoil too much because I really don't want to know either. So that is the starter set. Now, one thing I will note is that with the Raptor Protocol, you can. Now, this isn't going to fit perfectly. It has the rules for skirmish. So think AVP Unleashed or Aliens and Other Glorious Day in the Core, but instead of using like squares move around, it's literally skirmish based. So we could literally recreate the Nostromo or Fate of Nostromo as a skirmish game. And especially if you use the LV427 tiles, I mean, that's just going to add a whole new thing. So I'm really curious. So I will be looking at getting that because that does look great. And I'm really excited to see what that could mean for the hobby. Now, the last thing we're going to look at is the cards, because I did actually forget these. Now, I hate these. I call these cigarette box cards because that's what they remind me of. They're not, they're cards, but it looks like... And I have to say, the quality on all of this is just astounding. It really is astounding. So we've got wounded status, movement in combat becomes a full action for D6 days, panic response, so catatonic, screaming, stress response, fatigued, personal agendas. We're not going to read those, but basically everyone gets a personal agenda. Which could be counterproductive or productive for the rest of your teammates. Initiative, that's a good one. I like that because especially in D&D, sometimes it gets confusing as to who's going to be, and the same person may go last all the time. Whereas this literally randomizes it all. And then weapon one, so service pistol. So someone's searching a room, you literally could go through and go, okay, well you found a pulse rifle, and they've got that there ready. So that is great. And it really is great quality. The quality of this set is above anything else. Now, I own the the original, for 5th edition anyway, D&D starter set and the Essentials kit, and it wasn't as good a quality. It was good, don't get me wrong. I won't lie, it's good, but I wouldn't say it's as good a quality. I also own Edge of the Empire. That one, again, is not as good a quality as this. This is just by far... quality and value for money, this is just way above the rest. It's almost board game level quality. And like I say, if you mix the starter set and you mix the role-playing aspect with the Raptor Protocol stuff, you've got a whole thing. You don't need anything else at this point. Like, it's just fantastic to be able to have this role-playing skirmish kind of game. So that's it, guys. If you want me to take a look through the core rulebook, I'm happy to do so. If you have any ideas, or if you've played the original or this version, please drop it in the comments. I love hearing about all the things you do. So that's it from us, guys. Again, Happy New Year. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It really does help the channel. And also, if you see any of the LV427 tiles on the channel, we do offer a 3D printing service for it. So please drop us an email and we'll give you a competitive quote to get you started on your terrain. So we will see you in the next video, guys. Thank you.